Good morning everyone, welcome to another daily vlog, and this is the third part of my small little series about how I make these daily vlogs. I will start the screen recording now and put myself into the corner so you can see in this episode how I basically put everything together in my editing software. So what you can see here is basically in the folder that I call media files, and then the folder with the project, I have all of the video files that come from my DJI Pocket 3. Because obviously that is a lot of space, I only keep the recent files so I don't kind of fill up my space too much. So once I edit in air quotes, I will show you what I mean by that, I basically delete these raw files so I don't kind of fill up my hard drive SSD too quickly. So this is Adobe Premiere. And let me just show you my structure real quick. So I didn't sort it because I just work so fast and quickly with all of these daily vlogs that I don't really keep it that organized, to be quite honest. So what I have here, as you can see here, I'm already at vlog 76. The vlog that I'm now showing you is actually 78 because this is 77 where I kind of show you my workflow. So let's just copy that into here. I duplicate my sequence from yesterday, so it's 78. Today is the 6th. Keep that open, so go in there. So that's my vlog. I'm not sure if you already seen this vlog, but that's the vlog about my settings on my DJI Pocket 3. Go into that file here that we just picked out. It is the, so I look for the start. I think I did that a couple of times because I had to. So start here.
Good morning everyone, welcome to another day.
Alright, so and then go to the end.
More small little steps that I do
to go to the end.
As easy to make as possible. Again, for me personally,
why I wanted to go to the end.
A video, check out the video up here. You should think that you like the video down here. And don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
So that's my end. So as I've always been alluding to in my videos, I want to keep it as simple as possible. Easy workflow, only in point, out point, and then just drop it into my sequence. Bam, like that. And I actually have a couple of settings, presets that I always use. So first and foremost, I have a specific set of mic sets. I saved them up as presets, but I can also just basically copy them from a clip that I've previously used, for example, this one. So I'm going through this real fast, and what I kind of want to illustrate is that once you have all of your settings dialed in, you basically always can copy and paste them over to your next vlog. So I'm copy and paste that. On my settings, basically, I can push Command Option V to paste in attributes. And I'm just going to paste in my sound effects first. So let's do that. So you can see basically what I'm doing. I have been recording, as you know, from my settings. I always record in 4K. So this image here is way too big. So I already know I need to downscale it to 67 points on the scale. I might need to kind of push it up here. Now, then I have my dehancer. I use dehancer for all of my videos to kind of color grade them. They're all based on Vision 3. I will show it to you in just a second. I pull it over here, and then I already can see, oh, it's a little bit dark. Then I go into the color grading, and I'm not going to go into it too much detail because I just want to illustrate how easy it is once you dial it in what you want to do. So I'm adjusting the exposure. What happens now is basically creates a lumetri effect, but the lumetri effect is after the enhancer, and I want that to be before. So this is our primary color correction and exposure correction. As you can see here in the bottom right, this is the lumetri histogram and everything. Again, if you want the detailed instruction, let me know in the comment section below, then I will go a little bit into detail a little bit more. What you can see here basically, what's important for me, this is the image from left to right, and these are the luminance values. So what I want to achieve is that my face isn't overexposed, and my face would be somewhere around here, and it's actually in a good place because you want it to be at 60 IRE. Again, this is very technical and I'm just going over this real fast because my point of this video is to show you once you have everything dialed in, you can basically copy and paste all of your settings. So this looks pretty good. Maybe let's see, maybe go a little bit higher so it's maybe at 70 IRE, highlights a little bit down, and then I'm basically already done. Again, I have my presets with Dehancer, and I will just open these up so you can see what I have set here. So I know I have a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and D-Log M, that was my recording. And then for me, this is really important. I like Kodak Vision 3 200 tungsten. I know I recorded in daylight, but what I noticed is when I use the daylight, the colors aren't to my liking. So I prefer the tungsten mode. For me, it's also important to have the print set to Kodak Endura Glossy. I also have the film compression on, and again, I know this is very detailed and very technical. If you want a much more detailed video, there is a Dehancer video on my main channel. If you consider getting Dehancer, there's also an affiliate link in the description. With that, you can, I believe, 10% off. And in that video I explain much more all of the details, but I will scroll down here a little bit. I actually also deactivated film grain. I deactivated halation and bloom because it takes away a lot of the processing power. And again, for me, this is all about simplification, not only in terms of workflow, but also in terms of export time. If I would activate halation and blooming and film grain, the export would take much longer. So that is, again, once you have your settings, you save them up as a preset. You can see here I saved it up as Dehancer Pocket 3 Vision 3 200T base preset, and in my audio you can see this is my preset YouTube A-roll DJI Mic 2, and this is always the date where I created this, and then I can just pull it over to here, and it's basically drag and drop and done. I double check the sound. I always want to be around -6 dB. If it would be not loud enough or too loud, I can go here into audio gain and then adjust it accordingly. Next up, what I want to do is, for those of you who don't know, in Premiere, but also sometimes in DaVinci Resolve, when you export it, especially if you are on a Mac, there are some settings in Gamma Shift. When we export a file from Premiere, it doesn't look the same like in the editing software. So what you need to do is you need to add a LUT with a Gamma Shift LUT in it, which pulls down the gamma or the exposure so that once it exports, because it always adds a gamma shift, it kind of counteracts that shift. So if you export from Premiere, it gets brighter. Therefore, you need to put this gamma shift LUT on top of everything to pull everything down to make sure that when it is exported, it has basically the same exposure levels like you can see in Adobe Premiere. So what you see here is how I want it to look. This is with the gamma shift LUT, so you see that it is darker, but once I export it, due to the gamma shift, it gets brighter again and then has the same colors like in my editing software. Then on top, above the gamma shift LUT, I have some of my graphics, so my intro, which I built in After Effects, then lower right, my handle, and then I also have always this little animation for my what this video is about. So I go in here and I just need to change this. So this is the vlog 78, and this is about extra tips for YouTube. Then I just need to make this longer so I have the right animation. So there, boop, put it here, delete that, go to the end, and I always kind of put my end animation at the point where I kind of say, click this button up here for the next video and subscribe to this. So
Is C1.
let's hold on, that I'm completely off here. Let me just put that. Did I make a mistake here? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I made a huge mistake. No, I didn't. Hold on.
My DJI pop.
Oh, I'm in the wrong. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm in the wrong timeline. This is the correct timeline. There we are. So go here.
Let me know what are you.
So
please don't forget to hit the like button because and if you.
So over there, I want my end animation. Boop, go over here. So, all right, a buddy of mine just came to visit me. We played some Magic the Gathering, so I had to cut that part short. So before we end this video, now we have all of the color grading, the effects, the gamma shift, the graphics are on. So the last step is now to export it. So let me show you quickly all of my export settings. I made a preset and I will go over this preset now. So for video, what I always like to do is the same size as my editing timeline, which is 2560 times 1280 in 24 frames per second. And the most important part is I always export with 50 mbit and constant bitrate. Yes, you can do variable bitrate, so the file size would be smaller, but exporting time will take much longer. If the computer knows, oh, I'm just exporting with 50 megabits bitrate, constant bitrate, it basically has less strain to kind of export that file. So I leave it at 50 to have the best quality, also for backup purposes. Yes, you probably could argue that you could go lower, but I want to have a file that I potentially can repurpose. Therefore, I always go with 50 mbits. Then with audio, I export in AAC, 48,000 kilohertz stereo, obviously, and 320 kilobytes bit rate. Everything else, our multiplexer is MP4, and basically everything else is unchecked. You could kind of have some metadata, but I basically leave that as is, and then I export the file. That is basically everything that I do for my YouTube videos in terms of post-processing and editing and then exporting. As I said, it's all about creating these presets, finding out what works best for you, so you have a much easier time to create these daily vlogs in a very simplified and streamlined way. So if you have any questions about these settings and the workflow, comment below and I will try to help you out as best as I can. And if you want to see yesterday's video all about the DJI Pocket 3 settings, watch the video up here. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to click the like button to help me out a little bit, because it actually helps the algorithm. Click the like button and also consider subscribing to see another video about how I make these YouTube videos tomorrow, and helping me to get to 1000 subscribers by clicking the button up here. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.